Champion. We're here at RBE. Shout out to ARP. Shout out to Lawrence. All the staff over there. Camera quality looks good. Every event they improved that. DNA versus Big Kannon. Very dope battle. Rebuttals. King of the rebuttals. But if this is the king of the rebuttals, I think someone lost their crown, excuse me. Dante, how you feel about this one?
It was a good battle. On paper, going into it, I could have given it all to Big Kannon, clause if applicable. But if you think about it, on paper, what have you done for me lately factor, DNA was just coming off a loss against Rum Nitty in Traffic 3. Big Kannon was coming off 2 good battles versus Prep and, who am I missing? Danger Zone. Yeah. Both good battles. On paper, I was like, oh, Big Cannon's going to take this. The rebuttal's going to be great. It just didn't turn out that way. DNA came back in rare form. I'm not mad at being wrong. Okay. I love seeing a good battle.
All right.
But yeah, that's how it was. How you feel, Mike?
Yeah, I agree with you completely. You know, in the coverage of everything, of sports, politics, battle rap, there's always media has a narrative, right? And me as a person, I always watch out for the media narrative, and I try to go against it. The narrative for Big Kannon has always been that whenever he's given a big shot, he always misses. Yeah. And going into that, I was hoping that was not the case. It seems to be the case. It does, and I'm sorry. And somehow, some way, you know, he had a battle with Clips where he won, but it was such a bad battle. Nobody really cares about the win. You know, anytime he seems like he's got a big name, he just doesn't do that
Big
great.
T, I was there for the crown. Yes. He won, but like it was kind of the same thing with Clips. Yeah.
He won because Big T choked twice, if I'm not mistaken.
One of those ones.
You know, even though the red belt, that's not their fault, but the audio was not particularly good, so that could have been helped both their careers at the time. So it just, man, he just keeps missing a shot. And I thought, you know, I think the problem with Big Kannon, you know, for this battle was that he wrote in a way that he thought he was going to be okay versus an average DNA. Yeah. Right? He thought, I have pretty good first, I have pretty good second, I have a nice angle in the third, I'll be okay. He didn't write the best thing in his life, which is what you should do when you have a big opponent. You should write the best 3 rounds of your life instead of writing 3 rounds where you're just going to be okay if your opponent shows up average. Which is why, if DNA would have showed up average, this would have been a close, okay battle. Could have been debating who won. DNA showed up in rare form. This was one of the best DNA performances, I think, in a good year. He's had a great year, and this is probably his best performance of the year, maybe. One of the best performances of his career, and I think it's we're pretty clear 3-0, to be honest.
Yeah. I think DNA had a chip on his shoulder. Like you said, in the media, they're going after him. And I think he battled on Traffic the week after against Rum Nitty. So, and he had a good 2 months off. So DNA, I heard you on Twitter, you saying you're going to take some time off, let us miss you. If this is what happens when you take time off, I think every battle rapper should be taking 3 months off.
Absolutely.
If this is what you're going to come with every time, space them out, DNA. Go ahead and battle 3 times next year. This was very good. This is one of the top performances of the year in terms of his material and the fact that he's literally a rebuttal in everything thrown at him, even in the 3rd round. I'm like, DNA, you got to address this. You got to address this. Then mid-round, he addresses it. Let's get into the 1st round, though. You want to start it? Or
Sure, yeah, I'll start off. So Big Kannon goes first. Started off with a freestyle about, you know, if you watch the video from the beginning, Shada has the, you know, the mic problem. He freestyles about that. Has an angle that doesn't really work, you know, Watch You Grow. I missed the other DNA. And especially how the battle went.
Exactly, I say all the time.
How the battle went. We like this new DNA way better than the old DNA. So we don't agree with you, Big Kannon. I'm sorry. So that angle just didn't really work. You know, mentioning his mom, which is fine. I don't think there's such thing as too soon or too far in battle rap. It's just to play it out. We've heard, you know, people rap about DNA's mother for like 5 years now. And we've heard 38 special bars. So it's not really. He had a good line from Man Curled Up like Eazy-E. We've heard Jerry Curl Eazy-E bars, but I haven't heard stuff like that, so I like it. Again, Miss E in the bag, Can't Stand the Rain. We've heard Missy Elliott in the bag, Rain bars, but this was kind of original. Pan He Wise, See It Down the Drain. Again, we've heard the concept.
I swear.
All these, we've
That's
heard
the
all
last
these
Pennywise bar I want to hear for the year. After
but I'm just happy it wasn't half of it. Clown, you're half of it. I'm tired of that.
It's
So he's staying. He's basically took tired concepts, kind of made them a little bit new. So it kind of hit. That's
slightly fresher.
Yes, exactly. He did the one bar that I thought I really liked in this battle, in his 1st round was both of you, it's just period. Both of you, period. Your flow was predictable. I thought that was cool. That was original take on that. So I really like that bar. Besides that, not a lot. Just kind of again concepts we've heard before. Maybe we've done a little bit new, but nothing too impressive, to be honest.
I agree. I thought his first round was solid, like you said. This would have been cool if DNA had battled 10 times before, like 10.
Yep.
Like if DNA was on tour, you probably would have won the first round, but not at all. DNA came swinging. I think his opening freestyle was cool. The Born Fly.
Mm-hmm.
The Picture Day bar was good. The Castaway bar was cool. Kannon Legacy shots. I'm going 30 for 30.
By the way,
DNA, relax. Big Kannon didn't do anything to you to deserve this. You're supposed to come in here average and have a cool fight with him. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Barnum and Bailey, and then this is where stuff went left, and you're like, okay, Kannon, you lost. It's the entire construction scheme, the blueprint, the strike.
Yeah. Oh yeah, blew up the red. A strike on sight. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think I remember that bar. Like right after that one, I was just like,
That's
DNA 1-0, let's go.
Yeah.
next round.
DNA got the first clearly.
Very clear.
And the way he ended it too, I'm skipping over the JC safety vest. It all reflected on chest.
Yes. Goes with the construction thing.
Yeah, the whole entire he's punching throughout the construction team and everything's landing hard. Then he said, "Go ahead and freestyle. I'm gonna rebuttal your rebuttal." DNA to me, clearly,
very clear.
with 10 E's.
Very clear. I think the only bar I think I really like that I think you didn't say was he didn't go to the arm. Now he's behind bars like Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
Thought that was crazy too, man. Very, very, very good round from DNA.
So we all have DNA in the first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, clearly.
Going into the second, you gonna open this one, Mike?
Sure, man.
He fights back. He fights back a little
But
bit.
yeah, he does the rebuttal. I believe it was the rebuttal was okay. I think it was the Forest Fire, which was it was fine. He did come up with his best line up to this point, which was shine over DNA like black light, take black light, shine over DNA. I thought that was good. He had the Kanika Jenkins bar. Some people didn't like it, said it was too early. I don't believe in that. I don't think there's such thing as too soon in battle rap. That's my personal opinion. Some people
but I think it fit. The freeze to be my
freeze and the whole hotel. Yeah, it made sense. It
I
worked.
feel like that's another one of those current event bars that we've heard a lot of, though.
But that was the angle.
Watch a lot of battles.
But that was the angle where he says, DNA, you always do current event bars. Let me try it for you. So that's why I kind of give him points.
You
for
can have that one then.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Same thing with Gordon Hayward, which I think as soon as Gordon Hayward injury happened, I think everybody was like, watch, everybody's going to use this. Yeah. But it was a dope bar. He played no more games, leg up, snapping in the first.
Yep.
You didn't snap in the first, but it was still.
Listen, you can't do what O-Red did. O-Red said against Show, murder in the first. That didn't work here. It was, you want to snap.
I like the bar, but you didn't snap on the first.
Yeah.
Let me think. When D fall on stage, when D Williams falling, passing out on stage, so that was pretty good. Before Journey bars already, so that wasn't that crazy. Shaq with a group for Schnickens, that was the angle about DNA moving to different cribs, which does get rebutted. But at the time, you will talk more about that, I'm sure. But at the time, I gave him points for that.
So, in your second round, Big Kannon, you're talking about Charlie Clips, the newborn house. DNA is looking at you like, okay, I got you. I got you right where I want you. You're about to fall back. And he rebuttals it, something mean in the opening of his second round. The newborn, nuclear. This is a freestyle king of the rebuttal battle, and you're losing it. You're losing you lost the coin toss. You lost the first round, and you're losing the crown right now.
It's like a 5-0 right there.
Get it together. Get it together, Big Kannon.
Saw it wasn't a bomb.
I apologize for not reviewing the prep. Big Kannon, I think you did beat prep, but let's get back to you losing this one. So DNA had the swear to God angle, the Troy Brown angle into the Tyrese, the Big Tears.
That's how you do current bar.
That was hard. That was hard. The T2Is. I put Big Kannon, Big K's, and Big T's.
Oh yeah.
That's what sealed that round.
Yeah. DNA, look at me. DNA, look at me for 10 seconds. Approach every battle like this. What we doing?
Backstab.
You know what you can do, and then you battle the week after that. So you put the media stuff into this round, into this battle, and it shows. There's a clear difference. This is Battle Rapper of the Year qualities. If this was continued on all throughout, it'd have been clear for you. Because you battle a lot, but you might need them 2 months off before every battle. So I love this. Big Kannon is a guy that's, to me, he's been here for a while. He knows what to do. He has the experience. You made him look small. No offense, he's a big guy too. You made him look small. If I asked them on, yo, who's the top tier in this fight right here? They would clearly say DNA. The levels, there's heavyweight and then there's middleweight. They'd be like, oh yeah, Big Kannon's the middleweight, DNA's the top tier. And the way you were dressed, you look very clean. I like the all black with the chain, DNA. I gave DNA the second round. You have more to add?
Clearly. The only, one thing I wanted to add, especially in this round specifically, DNA, you know, we're going to go back with DNA a long time. I think I remember when everybody used to make fun of the way DNA did setups, right? Like his setups were kind of all over the place, didn't really make sense, we were just kind of rhyming things. And now he made his setups be a strength almost, the way he used them. So like, let me give you an example. So he had, in the second round, he had this Superman Vision X-ray scheme that didn't really work. It was kind of, people didn't get it. But that whole scheme kind of acted as a setup for a punchline, which was right now, Big Kannon's thinking of a rebuttal. He's going to talk about my glasses. It's because I'm ready for contact. Yeah. And then the whole crowd goes, yeah. That's a crazy way to set up that punchline. You know, so you see DNA kind of, again, that personal growth, where he turned his weakness, which was his setups, now into a strength.
Yeah. I thought that was dope.
So it was really dope.
DNA, so the battle, and this sad we got to do this, the battle is already over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Clear.
It's like 6-all in terms of the coin toss, the rebuttal crown. Like, then the third round, I think this is the round that Big Kannon was supposed to bring it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so he starts off with a no K rebuttal. I mean, it's more of a, he gives you a concept which you don't really do with a rebuttal. You want to do a punchline. He does this whole, tells us that Head Ice apparently chased DNA around the table.
It didn't work at all.
It didn't work at all. You can't. If you want to introduce it as an angle, talk about it in detail. Don't use it as just as a punchline. It doesn't really give us anything. Had a cool line, Pearl Gates when you're opening your mouth. That's funny. But yeah, obviously this round, like the bulk of this round, was about DNA being on ESPN, associated with the NFL, etc. You know, ESPN, NFL have, you know, they're going through, you know, we all know the scandal about, you know, Kaepernick taking a knee, about, you know, President Trump tweeting, about, you know, ESPN suspending Jameel Hill. Sorry, I apologize, forgot your name wrong, which is weird because I do watch the show. Yeah, so he had a few bars obviously in there, a lot of bars that got reaction, you know. Kaepernick took a knee, you know, you took a knee. For a whole other reason.
Whole different reasons.
Next time you be on air, be with Stuart Scott. I thought that was crazy. I thought that was a good bar. And then don't rebuttal. Go to ESPN and do something about it. I thought that was a good bar too. After the angle, I don't even think he wrote more, to be honest with you. I thought
he started stumbling.
Yeah, he started stumbling, started freestyling. Nothing. He had the Dead Presidents bar, which again at this point we've heard a million of them. I've never seen the movie. I know everything that happens at this point. Just watching battle rap.
So you know it's bad. So you know it's bad.
I know all the characters. I know the Preacher Man. I know that they're So so again, had good angle, but not much to talk about besides that. Besides the angle.
And then I feel like Big Kannon. You must know that DNA has already got backlash from my song on Twitter, even in the raps or whatever. You know DNA had something back for that in his show in his third round. You had something to say?
I was just going to say the ESPN scheme was his, you know, magnum opus of that round. It gets rebutted anyway. You know, by DNA in the same round. You know, I didn't get hired to the NFL. I got hired to ESPN. So that's all the sports, soccer, hockey, all that stuff. And I didn't think about that until he said it. I was like, holy snap, he's right. It kind of really put Big Kannon's angle to the side.
So if DNA spits for a minute and rebuttals that the way he did, he already wins the round. So the third round is clear. So I like the way DNA opened with the difference in weight. But that was very creative. And then he kind of started on.
I like that commercial scale. Very creative.
I've been on Funk Flex, Sway in the Morning, ESPN, BET, Lifetime. So if you had the same, you know, talents as me, they should be calling you soon. Thought that was funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your career like guerrilla warfare. Something's missing. DNA, why you digging so deep? Why you digging so deep?
Crown 2 was dope, but there was something missing in all those battles.
He's coming at him, his weight, his league, rebuttaling everything he says. DNA is on fire in this one. This is like one of the top 10 performances of the year on RB. RB, you got one.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to know when to book him, man. I think ARP tried to. They figured out DNA was sleeping for 2 months and got him. What else coming at the Bobby? He quit at the league and then the Bobby Brown headsets. Oh my goodness, DNA, and then he freestyled the rebuttal that we're talking about. The diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't. You kind of. You earned diabetes. You didn't get it like that. You know what I mean? Not something you should feel sorry for, but that was dope.
Yeah, you raised it.
You raised it.
You didn't want it. You raised it.
You know what I mean? And then the rebuttal. I mean, that's the nail in the coffin right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I agree with the rebuttal. I saw my son's tweet on Twitter, and I kind of fired back on my son, even though I respect him as a legend. But DNA's right, man. This when DNA signed that contract, like you said, it was way before the scandal was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Support DNA and K-Shine and ESPN. It's a great look for battle rap. And I don't think if Kaepernick is a celebrity behind it, they want to get DNA. You know, they want to get DNA and K-Shine just to offset that. No, what are you talking about? Think for 2 seconds and praise the man. I got DNA 3-0.
DNA 3-0.
Almost a body.
Clearly.
Almost a body.
Good voice, no debating.
This is no debate.
Yeah.
No debatables here. Big Kannon, figure it out.
You know, if you don't mind, I just want to talk about this really quick. You know, Howard Dunn issued the challenge about like a small room challenge.
Mm-hmm.
If this was 2015, my #1 pick would have been Big Kannon. If 2015, I want to see Big Kannon versus Howard Dunn, two good riders who were both freestyle. Big Kannon, what are you doing, man? You got. I want to. You know, you had a classic with JC where you freestyled the entire round. The whole second round was just nothing but freestyles, and it was still a classic battle against JC, who's probably going to go up against Luxon.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, here we all know. I think Anonymous getting night. It's what you said. You know, you said that before this battle, when this battle got announced, you had Big Kannon. The predictions 3-0. So did I. So Big Kannon, we all know you're talented, but you just gotta. When you get a shot, man, you gotta ride your best 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So I have it too. Again, DNA, shake my hand on this one. We'll see about your next battle, though. I'm not gonna give you too much praise, you know.
Let's keep it real.
You need this something in your next battle. We're gonna get into.
Let's see if we keep
Any
it
last thoughts?
That's it for us.
Champion.
I be there, mama. They know who I am, mama. Still your little boy. To them, I'm the man, mama. Smile a bit. I shook a couple hands, mama. I'm getting there. I made a couple